In the spotlight tonight is Germaine Greer, a feminist writer. Her specialist subject is Australian rainforests. Charlie Higson, a writer and actor, taking James Bond as his subject. Bill Oddie, wildlife presenter, and his specialist subject, American jazz. And Julia Somerville, journalist and broadcaster, whose subject is the stories and poems of Winnie the Pooh. Hello, I'm John Humphreys and welcome to a celebrity edition of Mastermind. The rules are the same. There is no allowance made for the celebrity of our contenders. They get the same 2 minutes for their specialist subjects, the same 2 minutes on general knowledge. The only difference is that the winner tonight does not have to go through any other rounds. He or she gets to take home the Mastermind Bowl, the ultimate symbol of great knowledge. And our third contender, please. And your name?
Oh, that's lovely. Bill Oddie.
Occupation?
Wildlife presenter.
And your chosen subject?
American jazz.
American jazz in 2 minutes, starting now. Which jazz man's trademarks were his puffed-out cheeks, his clowning on stage, and his bent trumpet?
Dizzy Gillespie.
Correct. What was banjo player Bill Johnson shouted instructions to drummer Baby Dodds on the original King Oliver recording of Dippermouth Blues?
Oh, God. Pass.
Which saxophonist style of playing was described in the late 50s by jazz writer Ira Gittler as being sheets of sound?
John Coltrane.
Correct. Who, with Charlie Bird on guitar, got to number 11 in the UK singles charts in '62 with Desafinado?
Stan Getz.
Correct. In 1935, Benny Goodman broke with the tradition of racial segregation when he hired which black pianist to play with him and Gene Krupa in the Benny Goodman Trio?
Teddy Wilson.
Correct. Who sang the wordless vocal on Duke Ellington's classic 27 recording of Creole Love Call?
Pass.
Which trumpeter completed a unique double in '83 by winning Grammy Awards for both jazz and classical recordings?
Wynton Marsalis.
Correct. The Kid from Red Bank, one of Count Basie's nicknames, is the title of the opening track of which classic 57 Count Basie album?
The Atomic Mr. Basie.
Correct. Which New York-born saxophonist's West Indian roots are reflected in his calypso-style compositions such as St. Thomas and Don't Stop the Carnival?
Sonny Rollins.
Correct. Dorothy Baker's novel Young Man with a Horn was inspired by the life story of which cornet player?
Big Spiderbeck.
Correct. Which bassist born in Shenandoah, Iowa, assembled the first of his liberation music orchestras which mixed politics with jazz in 1969?
Charlie Hayden.
Correct. Which highly influential jazz performer died on the 12th of March 55 in the Manhattan apartment of his friend Baroness Panonika de Königswatter?
Charlie Parker.
Correct. Louis Armstrong is widely but wrongly credited with inventing scat singing when he's supposed to have dropped the lyrics whilst recording which song with the Hot Five in 1926?
EBGBs.
Correct. What nickname was shared by pianist, organist and arranger William Stretton Davis and cornetist William Edward Davison?
Wild Bill Davison.
Correct. Which classically trained pianist released the first of his highly acclaimed Art of the Trio albums in '97?
Keith Jarrett.
No, Brad Meldau. Charlie Mingus's plaintive composition... I've started, so I'll finish. Charlie Mingus's plaintive composition, Goodbye Pork Pie Hat, is a tribute to which saxophonist who died on the 15th of March 1959?
Lester Young.
It was indeed Lester Young. Bill, you passed on 2 questions. It was Adelaide Hall who sang the wordless vocal on Ellington's classic, and the banjo player, Bill Johnson, shouted to his drummer, Baby Dodds, "Oh, play that thing." Now,
yes,
you know it, of course.
All right.
Bill, 2
Often
passes.
shouted.
You scored 13 points.
Thank you.